Hello, I'm Dan Norenberg, advisor, coach, and consultant to strategic and executive leadership teams. Welcome to Norenberg's 90 Seconds. In these short clips, I'm going to share the essence of a conversation, a leadership challenge, or a struggle that an executive leader recently shared with me. I'll briefly scope the situation, anonymously of course, and then in about 90 seconds, I'll share the tool, the idea, or the insight that we talked about that this leader could use to be more successful. In doing so, should you encounter a situation similar to this in the future, Norenberg's 90 Seconds could be a helpful resource for you. Let me share a little bit about today's situation. A CEO recently approached me. She was disappointed and frustrated because her executive team, she felt, wasn't being professional. They weren't mature. The discussions were of poor quality. There was a lot of arguing and a lot of conflict. She was the CEO, a woman, in an all-men leadership team. And she said to me that I'm an introverted person and I just expect these people to be performing at a different level, and they're not. What can I do? So here's Norenberg's 90 Seconds. You could start the clock right now. This CEO's right to demand a higher level of, to have a high level of expectation for this leadership team, whether they're men or women. There's nothing wrong with a good challenge. In fact, a good challenging environment, the leadership team is healthy. But if it descends into nothing but arguments or sort of destructive conflict in which outcomes aren't created, that's a problem. I suggest the CEO use the meta invitation to conflict resolution. It's a gentle invitation that encourages people to take ownership and to become more self-aware about conflict conversations. Meta means above the perspective. So the meta invitation to conflict resolution, it works like this. The next time that there's an argument breaks out or there's a conflict in the leadership team, I suggested that she simply say, "What's happening right now?" Until someone comes forward and says, "Well, those two guys are arguing again, just like they've been doing for the past several months." Then she can say, "What should be happening right now?" Taking it back on the course until someone says, "Well, we should be talking about the executive agenda." And then lastly, she can say, "How do we make that happen right now?" The meta invitation to conflict resolution is a gentle but effective intervention that helps people be accountable for the quality of their conversation. What's happening right now? What should be happening right now? And how do we make that happen? That's Norenberg's 90 Seconds. Have a great week.